How you doing, everybody? This is Max Farrell. This is DexTrader.com, and today is March 15th, 2018, and this is your daily update. All right, everybody, let's get started. We're going to go through the updates on the daily signals and processes, the news, as well as the DEX effects copy process for the Forex side. So this is for you guys over on the Nadex side. Here we go. Under the basic signals yesterday, it was a very, very powerful day. As we kind of come down and we can hit the 100 mark on here, we only lost one trade yesterday, which we were really digging. 99% opportunity. Not a super amount of trades that we normally have, but still a really good day. Now, remember, the daily signals are all about the range of trade, so please keep that in mind. The intraday is a little bit different. We had a couple of batches. Let me jump back over here to the 14th. As you can kind of see, getting into the late part of the day, we had a couple small batches of losses. But again, if we properly validated trades, we could have minimized some of these losses almost immediately by ranging the statement price up to the next statement or down to the lower statement, depending on the direction. I'm not going to go into the NA intraday or the SR maxes. These have multiple losses, but the process here for the SR maxes is a lot different because it has a scalp out and a scalp in process. All right. Remember to also use your DPC and your news settings. Okay. If you're not using your DPC to validate some of the trades, then you're not using all of your potential. Let's jump right over to the DEX effects, folks, and let's see what happened with the Max Prime yesterday and this morning. Now, as we know, the Max Prime system has been really battling the last week or so with some consolidation of the equity curve. A couple small wins here and then some massive drop-offs and losses, mostly due, thank you, to the JPYs. The JPYs have a huge issue of trading prowess. Now, the one thing that I can really kind of hold on to is that I'm always going to find an answer. I'm always going to find a process that we can attach to sort of bring our equity curve back up like we are right now. And one of those answers was the Vader's USD CAD's 92%, right? Some of you have seen this from previous videos that we have done. Let me get down to the summary. And it's this little bad boy right here. Look at this, 93%, 25 wins, 2 losses. And when we're on the buy side, we get the most bang for our buck. So, I mean, we're only doing about 15 pips per because we had a really big loss. You had an 82 pip loss here this week on the on the USD CAD. It was one of the losses here, but it was 82 pips. It was kicking our butt, right? And what we did is we isolated this statement or this pair and we put it onto the Max Prime from the Vader. So the Vader only trades the USD CAD on our Max Prime system. Now the Max Prime system is also only trading the DEX Grinch with a handful of pairs. So as we look back through the history for the week, we can see easily our massive craziness that happened in the very beginning of the week with all the losses, and then all of a sudden we started to pull back just a little bit and come back into the fold here. Now we would have probably came back stronger if I would have completely just stayed with the Grinch the entire time, but these things happen. The DEX Grinch had a pretty good enlightened day yesterday, and it sort of started bringing us back into the process. We had a couple small losses along the way. Now, I want to let you know something that is about to happen, and it's important for all of you to know the process that we work with here at DEX Trader. We've been consolidating, as all of you know. You've been hearing that all week. You know that we've put certain packages together in the process. Also know that I'm always looking for relationships with companies, with individuals, with people that are great traders that have good information. I'm always looking for more people to help us build our company. So please keep that in mind as we move forward, that you may hear about new relations come on, people go and do other things. It's completely okay. One thing that you have to be careful of is that if anybody approaches you for a process for something else, maybe you've built relationship with them, maybe you've just met them here at DexTrader, please keep in mind, just because they're here with DexTrader or were with DexTrader doesn't mean that their system or their program or anything else is a DexTrader process. So please keep that in mind. If you get asked by anybody here, we do not condone selling to our people. Okay? If you're here for DexTrader, be here for DexTrader. Don't approach the other people for your product or something else that you're doing. Okay? We won't do that to you. We don't expect you to do it to us. Okay? Also know that the process of building these relationships leads us into other things. I'll be quite clear with you. We have our own bots, the Simply Forex bots, right, and the Dex Grinch bot. Now the Dex Grinch bot, now Simply Forex was completely 100% mine, built it from scratch. Everything in it is completely Max Farrow and DexTrader and Our City Investment. The Dex Grinch was a process that we had bought from a company, okay, and bought the MQ4 and added 3 things into it. It had one major thing. We added 2 more in, so total 2, and a third for security, and completely made it our own. Completely changed the way that it originally run from the original company. Okay, so we have the Dex Grinch that does that. We also built a Ninja bot which manages trades. Yes, once you put the trade on, it can manage a trade. It does not work well with other EAs. That's the problem. So we're trying to find out, how do we get this thing to work better with other EAs? So, but this thing works well by itself. Like if you were to have it, like if you were trading the Simply Forex strategy and use the Ninja bot, what it does is it does a process that if you were to pick a sell, if it goes in the opposite direction a certain amount, it will actually buy out of your other trade and get into this trade into the proper direction. So that's what the Ninja bot does. Now, what we're trying to do is create even more product for you guys here in the form of education. And there's several ones that a lot of you ask me about is money management, of course, and other strategies that you could use. That's what it comes down to. I'm going to be delivering to you as many strategies as possible to help you understand how to trade. Whether you're Nadex or Forex, these strategies can help you, because some of you Nadex folks are using MetaTrader 4 systems. And if you're using these systems, you could use these strategies. You can use these strategies on anything. You know, anything that has an indicator on it. Okay? I'm going to give you simple indicator stuff. There's one that's a Bollinger Band, right? There's one that's a multiple moving average process, or even a multiple Bollinger Band process, okay? That's pretty sharp, okay? Because it utilizes a bounce-off technique that once the price gets to a certain process, it's always wanting to return to the mean, right? Mean middle. So once it hits that, it's only a matter of time that it would get to one of the Bollinger Bands that it's going to return back to, and it's going to come back to the mean. And it's that move that we're looking for. It can be a little high risk, medium risk, low risk, and that's what we're looking to do, okay? So I'm putting all this together. You're going to get it in bits and pieces as we go. I'm finishing up the last parts of the websites. I'm waiting for the weekend to get everybody started, move it over. So you'll see some of these videos will be coming to you now, and some will be delivered to you at a later date. They'll be inside your membership portals. Okay. If you tried to link onto anything and you couldn't get onto it, please write chat and we'll get you all hooked up. Okay. By the way, we did have a good day today. The USD CAD saved our butt again on the Max Prime. I forgot to tell you that earlier. I sort of got squirreled. We did 64 pips on that run. It just happened on the news. The bot traded it to the buy. Boom, we were on. we were off for the races. So very, very excited. So I'm glad that we got that for us. All right. That's basically it. That's what I have for you today, Thursday, March 15, 2018. This was your daily update. I'm Max Farrell. This is DexTrader.com. And as always, trade well.